Hello everyone, Equipment Warrior, and welcome to my final build guide for my Cleave duelist. This character has been one of my most played characters now. This is one of my absolutely favorite characters I've ever done, and it's my most powerful character ever. I have no other character which have this amount of damage as this one have, and I actually realized this character have good survivability. The main defense on this character comes from the fact that it's killing the enemies in just 1 or 2 hits. I don't know if this character can do a series. I have not tried it yet, but I may do it when I get a full when I get another set to try it out. So I may do that. And yeah, as I said, this is my most powerful character I ever made. It's not a very cheap character. You must have Soul Taker and Abyssus. Abyssus is a helmet, which give me the very high amount of damage. My damage right now, it's almost 60k damage when I have Onslaught on, which or ability I get when I have a chance to get that ability there, which increases my attack speed. And without that, I have 54k damage. Which are very powerful, more powerful than even my discharge character and all of that. And when I crit, the damage I do when I crit is about 90,000 damage when I crit an enemy. So when I crit, pretty much everything I hit when I crit will instant die. As you can see right there. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go over my skill tree, and I have some changes I'm thinking about, but I have not made them. I'm probably going to make this character a little bit different when the new update coming, but I will see how the skill tree will look like when Act 4 is coming. But I'm pretty happy with the skill tree right now, so I'm gonna go over this. Starting as a duelist, you can do this as a marauder if you go either for the armor and life here, which are really nice, or for the damage one, which are also really nice. This is for it if you want to be a little more survivable, and this is if you want the maximum amount of damage. By starting as a duelist, I grab this one. You can go this path down here, and then down here and here, so you have access to all of this. Or you can go for the dexterity path. I actually recommending more to get the strength path here, because strength increases your damage, as you can see there. 5 strength equal to more melee damage, and you give extra life. So actually taking the strength path here is actually more beneficial for you. And then I have Art, Master of the Arena, Bravery, Art of the Gladiator, Division, I can't pronounce that. I also get this one. I don't really know if it's necessary, but it's a good note. And you can also get the dual wield damage. I'm sorry, I'm actually gonna go to a more safe place so I not get attacked. Sorry for that. And then I went up here to get the fencing and on-hand critical strike chance. This is a crit build, just so all know that. I also get tech skin to survivability. It's very important to get a lot of life, and I'm gonna go over that and why it's important. This is one of the best notes you can get. It's Twin Terrors, increases you crit chance when dual wielding exponentially, I want to say. Also have Iron Reflexes. This is the only keystone I have in the entire build, if I remember right. So this is the only keystone I have. And then I went for this one and this one just to get that extra. This is for more protection, and this for the absurd amount of attack speed I get. But you don't must have these 3 here, but I like them just to get that little bit extra block chance. But you can drop this and go for something more damaging. Also recommending maybe get the Cloak and Chain, which give you a good amount of protection. So very nice. I get the Golem's Blood here to get the life. And then I went up here. I have this one because this build requires a little bit of intelligence, so I must have this one. I have Bloodless here. Sorry, I actually had 2 keystones. Unwavering Stand, because it's very easy to get stunned when you're using a build like this. So this one is very high recommending. And I have Lust for Coins, which I don't really know if I actually really need, because I'm doing a lot of elemental damage, so this one will have not that great effect on me, effect on the healing. So I may drop it, I don't really know, I need to test it out, but so far they're working really well for me, and my life going up quite fast when I hitting enemies. And I went for Judgment, and then Diamond Skin, Warrior's Blood, Heart of the Warrior, Born to Fight, Versatility, to get yeah, actually give me a good amount of accuracy, dexterity, and intelligence. Actually the intelligence is the most important one, and accuracy is also one of the 2 reasons I get this one. I have strong aim here, but another skill I'm gonna go what you can take instead of this. And of course the most damaging thing of all, it is Cleaving and Slaughter. This gives you a huge amount of damage, and this one is actually the one who have a chance to give me Onslaught for 3 seconds when I kill enemies. And that it only 10%, but when you're killing a lot of enemies very fast, that happens actually quite often. I also have Dismembering, one of the none of the really good crit chance. I kinda get this one, but I don't really think it's necessary to do it. But you can get. So now I'm gonna go what you can use instead of strong aim. I'm actually recommending to go for Splitting Strike instead. It's 1 more point to get there, but it is more powerful, as you can see. They also have these very good damage nodes on the way, and actually give you armor and evasion. So they are very good. And that's pretty much it. You can get Hatchet Master, but I don't really recommend it. But now I'm gonna go over my gear. I'm gonna post a link to my skill tree and how yeah, I'm gonna post a link in the description to the skill tree. And now I'm gonna show my passive skill tree. What I'm saying, my gear. I'm using a dual wielding axes, so you must using 2 axes. So I'm using this one here. It's a pretty powerful axe, not the best one. There are a lot better axes than this. I'm using this one specifically because it have that awesome crit chance there, which I made myself into it. Because the crit chance is actually giving more damage than a higher damaging axe. So I went for that. And of course, one of the most important weapon I'm using, it is Soul Taker. This one gave me a huge amount of actually of damage as well. But the biggest reason I'm using this axe is because I don't need mana. I can use whatever melee attack I want indefinitely. I can stand like this the whole day and I will never run out of mana. And this is another one of the most important items, it is Abyssus. This helmet will give me the huge amount of damage. So if you see my damage right now, if I shut down all my auras, without any auras I have a 37,000 DPS without any auras. And if I take away this helmet here, I only 20, so it give me 15,000 damage, this helmet here. This is still good damage, so it's shown you can use this build without this one and still do quite a bit of damage. And you will actually be more protected because you don't take extra damage from physical sources. But I build this build specifically to get high damage, so I want to use that. And by the way, my armor, it is a lightning coil. I'm only using this one because it protects me from Abyss's negative effect, which are I take extra damage from physical attack. They affect I think 33% extra damage from physical, and that do hurt, I can promise that. That's the reason I'm using iron reflexes, and the reason I'm using what's it called now, unwavering stance, so I'm not stunned. So, and it's actually a good armor in other ways too. It gives me a good amount of evasion and armor, which are nice. But the biggest thing it converts 4% of the lightning damage, physical damage, to lightning damage, which I protect myself against with help of Purity of Lightning, it's actually a very good defense against physical damage. It's working really well. And I'm also using Malagar's whatever the rest of it is called. I'm sorry, I can't name that. I'm only using this one because of this very good amount of crit chance and crit strike multiplier. And also, and the other things I'm using is just defensive. Like this one here, I get some accuracy on it because I had a problem with that before. Using this very good ring here, it's actually a very powerful ring. This is a very good amulet here, it's also defensive, all of the rings are defensive. Because you're using lightning coil, you need to have a good amount of lightning resistance. Because this one decreases your lightning resistance by 60%. And if you're playing on Merciless, that will be about 120% lower resistance in lightning total. Because you get a penalty when you go into a higher difficulty. And the boots here, very defensive, have a very good amount of life, very good amount of protections, sadly no lightning resistance, and it gives me some armor, yes, defensive. Same thing with the belt here, defensive belt, and that's pretty much my gear. I'm using this amulet just for the, and not just for the resistance, but also to get the intelligence I needed. And my setup for my damage power, it is, I call it damage power, it is faster attack with melee physical damage. And here's one of the big ones, melee physical to lightning. If you see my damage right now, 54, take it this way, but then it's go down a lot. So this one gave me about 6,000 more in damage. I'm using that together with elemental weapon elemental damage. And a cleave. Cleave are my main damage on this build. I also have vengeance, because why not? If you have a open slot for it, just use it and leveling it up. It's doing some damage here and there. My other damage setup, because if you're fighting elemental reflect enemies, do not use cleave, because cleave do a lot of damage to you if you're using that on enemies with elemental reflect. You will not instant kill yourself, but you do a lot of damage to yourself. So for enemies which are have element reflect, I'm using Cyclone. This is a pure physical Cyclone, which are supported by added fire damage, pure physical damage. But the main part of the damage is physical. So using added fire damage, melee physical damage, and I have two Cyclones. I have normal Cyclone and I have a Wall Cyclone. Wall Cyclone, if it I just run into a pack and it is 100 enemies in the same place, just pop it, and it will clear the half the map if you're using it right. It's very fun to use actually. So that's my setup for my skill. I also have some caution damage taken setup, which are my Endurance Cry, caution damage taken, and Warlord's Mark. Warlord's Mark is actually, that's actually the reason I think I'm not gonna use Lust for Carnage anymore, because Warlord's Mark do actually give me life back when I hit them, but because you can run into maps which have a cursed immunity, this not always work, so just think about that. And my other setup, I actually have a repast here, because why not? If you have a spare part for it, just use it. But the main thing I have here is my Immortal Call setup, which are Immortal Call with increased duration and another caution damage taken on level 3. Then the reason because my first caution damage taken have a level 1, so it will cost much more often. And then this one do. When this cost, I get all my endurance sources are consumed, and increased the duration of Immortal Call together with increased duration. So it increases the duration quite a bit actually. So it's a very powerful combo and help me protect me against the Abyss's negative effect. And for movement, I'm using a Leap Slam, which actually do quite a bit of damage. I'm actually killing enemy pretty regularly with that. And I have a Leap Slam and a faster attack. And I have a blue gem here. Maybe I'll put something there later. I don't really know right now. And my other weapon setup is nothing special. I'm just using this setup for... Yeah, actually I'm only using this for leveling up some gems. Why not? And that pretty much my character. If you have any question about this build and how it works, just leave it in the comment, and I hope you like my final build guide. I'm probably going to do some changes when the new update coming and they introduce new passives. But this passive skill tree I'm using right now is working really well. I have did really high level maps. I did the maps like Courtyard, which are 70. It's actually a map like that. I have been able to do that, but not been able to kill the boss because the boss is Dominus. But I have no problem against the mobs on the map at all. Anyway, I hope this guide helped you guys, and thanks for watching, and tell me in the comment what you think about my build, and if I have any suggestion how to improve it. I always like to hear that. So, see you guys next time.